How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the Aftercast, episode 59, the Late Night Transformers show. I am your host, Victory Saber 77, and we'll go through some introductions here, get into some hauls, and then some topics. And if you're watching live, if you have something you want to ask us, question, topic, please just put it in the into the comments. Again, I'm still trying to. I think I got chats on. I'm not sure. No, I don't. I hate you.
Start over, start again.
Yeah. Okay. Let me erase this, and we'll be right back. No, I'm just kidding. Dakota, start us off. Golden Boy.
Oh yes, love sitting at the helm of the Golden Boy. I'm Dakota. You can find me at Primal Sabbath everywhere. Per usual.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, and Trent's 5, he'll probably be here in about 20 minutes. You can find him everywhere at Trent's 5.
I'm Dalton. You can find me on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Dalton STFs.
Cool. Cartoon Monday happening this Monday.
Not this
Sorry
Monday.
to bring it up, but I'm just curious.
It will be happening this month, or
this month.
May.
This month.
Okay, well, we just
know what, that's
I'll have a more accurate word here soon.
Yeah, that's probably the best thing to say. It's just like we're
Coming
shooting for
soon.
this month.
Yeah, we got 5 more Mondays left in the month, so
Randomly, we'll be out there.
we're taking bets right now which Monday it'll be. I'm starting the pot.
It's like a baby pool, but it's the Cartoon Monday pool. Josh, you're up next.
Hey, you can find me G1 Hextron on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and my Facebook page is the G1 Hextron.
Cool. And you can find me, Victory Saber 77, on Twitter, YouTube, and we do have some other shows. Check out the Cybercast, which airs every Saturday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on G1 Hextron's channel, and I believe it's in video form now, or
Yeah,
it will be in video form.
It is, and I just posted the links and stuff.
Cool. So check that out after you check out the Aftercast here. And again, we're still looking for a female co-host for the Cybercast. So if you want to be on, or if you know someone, just email Josh at g1xrun@gmail.com. We are still doing the collection spotlight. So if you want to spotlight your collection, also email your pictures, 10 to 20, to Josh at g1xtron@gmail.com. No collections too small, too big, and we will showcase you on Cybercast. And you have a lot of stuff on your Facebook page, so I'm just going to say go check out the G1Xtron Facebook page. If you don't have already looked at it, liked it, you are missing out, so go over there and check that out. Lots of stuff. The new Casey Jones Mad Max trailer, Captain America, new villain. I'm not going to spoil it. Go check it out. And the first look at Nightcrawler. All right. Let's get into some polls. Dalton, where'd you go? I'm just looking at Alpha Trizer there. Gosh.
There we go.
Oh.
I've got the Commando Wars Optimus, finally, and a Star Wars Microfighter Millennium Falcon.
Cool.
And then I went to see Age of Ultron.
Which is
Dakota, we should
fantastic.
just ask
Anyone
you,
else?
instead of haul, we should say, what have you sold this week, Dakota?
I actually.
Look at all those empty shelves behind them. Jeez.
I finally. Well, no. That's not from that. That's almost everything's packed up. Those were my 3H BotCon and Universe shelves back there, and all my Collectors Club and the BotCon stuff I am keeping. Everything's just in its box, getting ready for the move out. But I sold my 06 BotCon set. Finally got that out the door. And I actually bought a few things. I bought the current wave of the McFarlane Halo stuff, which was 3 things. So spending that money.
Cool.
Oh, I also got this really cool thing. Actually, I didn't buy it, but a friend of mine gave it to me. Dude, anyone who watches Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., get your lanyard.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Nice. Josh, what do you got?
I ended up getting Marvel Select Carnage It's a really nice figure. It's really nicely articulated. And I ended up picking up today some comics on Free Comic Book Day, and also picking up Batman or I guess this one's the new Batman Adventures, the Creeper. So it's part of Wave 3. So that one came out.
Cool. For me, I picked up. What did I pick up? I picked up a couple anime titles, and no Transformers. At least, yeah, no Transformers. I did pick up some Marvel Legends figures, so as I just classify them all as one. And it was from the Spider-Man line, the Hobgoblin. Picked up Daredevil and Spider-Girl, or I don't know, that one. So that was about it. All right. So we want to dive back into BotCon?
Oh, no, that's how I lost all my viewers. My viewers.
Let's see if I can lose all 6 of mine that are watching right now.
Yeah, I like cut in half since we started talking about BotCon stuff. I was like, Jesus, man, it's rough.
So out of the 4 of us, who for sure is buying a set?
Well, I am. I'm going. Getting everything, of course.
Me?
What about you?
Is it
I'm buying a set?
you buying a set?
No.
I would if I had.
I will take one. I will take that. I
Dude,
get his name wrong all the time, but that Pretender. I will
that
take
Pretender
Bastard.
is definitely going to be like this year's Scorponok. Like a buddy of mine, he pretty much wants everything, or he only wants Shatterglass Stepper, so he's just like offloading everything else, and he was just like, yeah, people are sending me some pretty crazy requests for that Pretender. I think someone offered like right at $200 for it.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's gonna be the at least until the hype dies down, because I don't even think Scorponok's really fetching what he was there for a while, but
No.
better just to buy a box set and sell the ones you don't want.
Don't the way that the BotCon figures goes, like whenever they first come out, you can buy them. The price is like really high, and then it dips down. People come to reality, and then people kind of buy what they want, and then later, when like okay, now there's no more on eBay, then they go back up. So it's kind of like a little.
It's an insane roller coaster ride, but that's for like box set stuff. And I mean, in general for the box, for the convention figures, really, but considering where we're at with production numbers on souvenirs, dude, souvenirs are going to be like stupid.
Yeah.
They're just because
Rainmaker stupid.
Probably wouldn't say Rainmaker stupid, but I don't know. They could surprise
They
me.
were pretty pricey.
Yeah, they were ridiculous. And like I said, they could surprise me. But I don't think it's going to be quite Rainmaker worthy. I know it's going to be,
What
once we
about
get the
the
numbers.
the pairing of a couple of figures? And I know a lot of people would probably hate to do this just because one's a box set and one could be an attendee freebie, or not freebie, but a attendee figure. The Battle Trap, part of the box set, I think he increases in value if they come out with a Blitzwing mold flywheels, because you kind of want those two together.
Oh, absolutely. Or that just makes flywheels, because if we do get a flywheels, and even then, I really don't see them using the Blitzwing mold. I could be wrong. I could be dead wrong.
What else could they use?
Who knows if they'd even do flywheels? They could put flywheels out at a later point. But even say they put out flywheels, then the cost of flywheels is going to skyrocket just because of Battle Trap being in the box set, and more people are going to have the opportunity to get their hands on Battle Trap than they are flywheels. And Battle Trap, I don't think his price would go up any, but I mean flywheels would be way up there.
So there is going to be some price going up because of the two, because it's adding the two. It's coming out with Twin Twist and Top Spin. You want those two together, because they
Right.
your runabout, your runamuck. You want those two together, and that's the way that I kind of look at that. So you come out with one, because I remember whenever they did the Collectors Club, and they were like, your freebie is runamuck.
You got to go by runabout,
And I was just like, I don't really care for this. But then I saw they came out with the runabout, and I was like, now I kind of want it because those two, they look cool together.
Right.
They're supposed to go together.
Yeah, it's like
Right.
eject rewind. It's just the pairing's always there. They want it, and it would be. I don't know. I think it'd be a really poor business decision if they didn't do flywheels.
That's
But
like
again,
that
they're not going
general.
to come out and say it though because it's obvious.
That's like that general Optimus Prime that people are thinking may be a BotCon exclusive, and it probably is. Who do you think that guy really pairs with? Do you think he pairs with Megatron? Because I don't think he pairs with Megatron. I think he pairs better with Oilmaster, just due to the fact that they're both unreleased concepts, and both kind of from the same sort of era. That's my way of thinking it. I would like to think that the, I guess, opposing faction would just be the polar kind of equal to whoever's in the box set, plus your troop builder, whatever we would need a troop builder for. But I don't know, that's my way of looking at it. That means, like, I would love to have a fractal. I would love to have that transmetal fractal that I've been, screaming at a brick wall for a couple of years now.
Are you talking about Jamini's collection? See, brick wall? Yeah, see?
I see what you did there. You're a funny guy. You're funny. But yeah, we could speculate all day long, but I never even saw the General Optimus coming, and that takes up a Voyager slot. There's only been a few other years where there's been 2 Voyagers with the souvenirs. I think that was 11 and 9.
Sure.
No, last year there was only 1 Voyager in the souvenirs.
Mm.
Yeah.
In the souvenirs, like not like total.
Yeah.
So.
It'll be interesting. I mean, okay, if General Optimus Prime is 1, again, we're just speculating. Do we have a chance to see Sergeant Hound from the scoop mold?
I've seen a lot of people like posting that. That would be cool. That would even be cool if they use that as a part of the troop builder, maybe. Because we know now that troop builders don't all have to be the same color. They could do whatever with that. Possibility, but who would he kind of go against, fight with, or whatever? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who would be his opposite in the box set? Could be Shatterglass,
Ricochet.
Stepper, or whatever. Yeah. Dude, I was almost on the money. With Trent coming in.
At 17.
Oh.
How's it going?
Not much.
Cool.
Welcome back, Dakota.
What's up, man?
How's it going?
Oh, chilling. I got work tomorrow morning, so I wasn't gonna get out and do adult things tonight.
Cool. Any more on the? Well, Trent, actually, let's get your opinion. What do you think about the BotCon set with all the reveals? Or, I'm assuming you've seen it so far.
Yeah, the Megatron looks interesting. That Pretender, is that based off an existing character? What was it called?
One that was
Master?
One that was, I don't know character-wise. I know it was shown off at BotCon 96 as like something they were going to release, but
Yeah, it's something they were going to release back in the 80s, but they ended up getting rid of the Pretender idea. It was him, and there's also a spider.
yeah.
I think he might have been in the comics, but I'm not quite sure. The old Marvel.
Okay.
What about the rumored General Optimus Prime from the Roadbuster mold?
That's interesting because I had to look it up, and it's like, this thing was absolutely nothing like Prime, but it'll probably be like a good reuse of the mold. I'm surprised they didn't turn him into a bulkhead or something like that.
I know a lot of people are really digging that as Optimus. Like, that's getting a lot of, internet hype love, if it is, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Which is crazy. I was just like, it looks cool. Like, I like it. I have no issues with the Roadbuster mold. A lot of people, take or leave it, but, I don't know. I think it works.
Yeah, it's a pretty good
Yeah.
mold.
Could BotCon
I
ever
like
do
it.
anything with the was it Skybite? Get anything else out of that shark mold that would
Yes.
be believable?
Hellscream, maybe, with a new head.
Yeah, but they already did that kind of in a way, didn't they, for the
With the
cloud?
cloud, yeah.
I know they did the Hell Warp or whatever, the Sky Warp that's supposed to kind of do that, but I don't know, I was just kind of spitballing, really. If they just throw a new head on it, call it for Hellscream, because he had a way different head than the Transmetal 2, so I'm trying to look for him. But I don't know.
Yeah.
So basically, there's really nothing out there for it. So that mold was just kind of like a little nod to the fans. We wanted to give you guys something from this
Out of
series.
all the RID stuff they gave us, skip.
Yeah.
Which it works, but
I had him for like the whole 2 days before I sold him. I did not like that thing.
yeah, it was just poorly executed. It looked really nice when we first saw it, but then getting in hand and just, I don't know. Yeah. Love the character, but oh well.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So I guess we're pretty much done with BotCon, so we'll move on. And Combiner Wars. Now we were already getting Defensor, we got that, and most likely speculating Vatican's probably. What else? Or actually, let's go to the female. The fan voted. What do you guys think about that? The Nemesis to Galvatronus.
I
I don't know anything about it, to tell you the truth.
What?
Yeah, I knew there was like the whole fan voted combiner thing, but I was like, well, I'm not really gonna buy into this line. So,
Is there any doubt that it was going to be female, though?
Oh no, not with how things have been going in recent years.
True, but like, what characters do you think? I mean, are gonna like, I remember that tweet a while back that the whole GoBots versus Transformers and the East versus West, but then when they're comparing the female characters from GoBots, there were so many more to the ones that were in Transformers. So where are they going to pull all this? Are they going to re-release an RC but in a different mold? Chromia again.
I hope it's new characters.
Yeah, just make brand new characters because you have the perfect opportunity with this Combiner Wars and the comics and stuff like that, to where you could introduce some of these people like Windblade, which was also a fan created character and stuff like that. So I think this would be a perfect opportunity, and that would actually make me want to buy the figures versus them just like painting Streetwise or whatever, or whoever he was. What was it, Waldrider, or Dead End? Yeah, as and calling it RC and just painting it white and pink or something like that. I'd rather have a brand new character and you kind of give her a backstory and make me like this character. And you can add them into the comics, and that would actually get me to maybe even buy a couple of those Combiner War comics, even though I'm not really a big comic person.
Yeah. I wonder if it'll be Strong Arm. She'd fit.
using off-road.
Yeah. I mean, she'd fit perfectly in there. But
Yeah.
Or
I mean,
Strong Arm could be the what's the Rook?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it would work. I mean, it'd be kind of cool if it was a female Wreckers team. Just a really
There you go.
badass team.
That would be pretty tight. Like, you
Yeah.
have me at Wreckers. You know me.
The only Combiner Wars Dakota gets, and he's got 5 sets worth. Of the female combiners. Combined mode, vehicle mode.
Robot mode and like all these other different combined modes.
There you go.
I'm set.
Awesome. And I really want to know how they're gonna portray them in the fiction.
It'd be cool if we somehow got like a toy-only version of Nautica that still contrasts the IDW.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Speaking of IDW, we've referenced this several times that when we heard it at BotCon, if you see it in the comic books, most likely it's going to be coming to toy form. But you guys like the fact that they're going with the IDW? We need more IDW styled looking characters, or do you want them totally redesigned, a mixture of maybe their old classics form or old G1 look, or you want just totally straight up IDW? I mean, like with Prowl coming out, I want that IDW style. But what do you guys think?
So I like the mixture between IDW and G1.
Yeah, mixture would be good.
Dude, I'm all about that IDW though. Like, I don't know. I like their designs a lot better.
Yeah.
Just me, you know.
Or even like slight references to other forms, like with what we had with Blitzwing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. But I mean, it's about time that we were getting all these characters in the Chug line reintroduced with new molds. We can't keep rocking that old school Ironhide, Ratchet, even the Prowl, Blue Streak, all that. So I was just kind of curious if they should go more that IDW current look, and would it sell? Especially because you have the comic book, so you can reference it right there. And finally, we've always talked about how the Classics line, the Chug line, doesn't have a true like cartoon to kind of have people following the story. It's just whatever we get in fiction, and it's just a nice little homage to the original G1 characters. This would be its first time in a way.
I will say this though, like Chug, for the IDW comics, like going back, I have the first, 8, the phase 1 or whatever of IDW. They were oftentimes than not, a lot of those designs look like the Classics, Universe, Generations designs of those figures. So I would go as far as to say, they have kind of had their fiction in one way or another.
Okay.
And now we're having it in Combiner Wars. I think that's awesome. I love that with last year's Generations and even with this year's Combiner Wars, they're really tying it in, especially with Combiner Wars. The fiction for the toys, even though I'm not too pumped up on the gimmick where everything just has to combine. It's awesome. It's an awesome idea for sure, but I don't know. But that goes with the story, so it's definitely driven that way. And I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
So I would say Classics in its whole Chug form has always kind of been there for those who read the comics.
Thank you. I thought I was the only one that noticed that.
Dude, like Sideswipe and Sunstreaker and what was that, Stormbringer or whatever? Yeah, dude. No, yeah, that's classic Sideswipe and or Universe Sideswipe and Sunstreaker.
Cool.
Wow.
All right. Switching gears to get Josh back into the conversation. We're going to talk a little bit about G1.
They should only reissue G1 figures. That's my
I tweeted, I don't know, a couple days ago that I just saw some ridiculous stuff on eBay. I just thought it was hilarious. A Universe Power Glide selling for like $300 or $400.
Oh, what?
Mid-seal box. What? And I was like, okay. But then I saw this guy was selling Dezaris' box from the 1988 or 89 or whatever the hell that came out, and from Victory, which is Takara only. The box is beat up. It doesn't even have one of the flaps that covers the actual the bio cards, because for Victory the bio cards were not in the baggie with the insert and all that kind of stuff. It was actually attached to the inner flap, so you had to cut it out and then glue them or tape them together.
So
but it was complete. They had that, but the guy's selling it for $500. Just that. The styrofoam looked like it was chewed up by a dog, and this guy wants $500 or best offer, I think. And if you're watching this, apology, but I think that's a little ridiculous.
Dude, you should have offered like $15 and seen if he would buy it. Like, all right.
Well, it's not even if the box is beat up, it's not even worth $15 because anyone has, let's say, a really nice condition or perfect condition figure, and they just want the box because maybe they just want the box so they can make a wall behind them when they do hangouts, or they decided they wanted, or they decided that they didn't like when they moved in that wall was colored pink, so they said, hey, I'm just going to make this a box wall, knowing that way I don't have to repaint it. Either way, someone that wants to take their loose figure and now have a box so they could put it in, or just to have it, they want a nice condition box. They would probably even buy a reproduction box over an original box that's beat up. Don't you think?
He's got boxes everywhere. Oh, yeah.
Maybe, okay, so I need to, I don't know. I don't have any place to stick that anywhere, but I could put my Desaris box behind me and all that. But I was just
be careful. It being in good condition, that's probably worth like $5,000.
Oh, I think it is, because I do have that flap on this side that it's missing and everything else. But I just thought it was kind of unique to, you would think that the toy, I mean, the toy must be, if this guy was actually selling it, has to be going for $1,000. So you got the package deal of $1,500, and if he had the inserts with the toy catalog and all that, well, that's probably like at least $100 right there. He's probably going to sell it. And I just think that's kind of, I know I like collecting the boxes, but it's because I got the little toys that come in the boxes. I just don't go out getting the boxes. But
you're 110% complete.
I would say I'm more like 130, because I got the cardboard inserts are still in there, the twist ties are still in there. I got the old baggies, the original baggies. So,
oh my god, you're killing me.
But
just taking shots at eBay sellers.
That's what we do, since we don't have the show as much anymore. It's just like, to me, when you guys are looking at something on eBay, obviously you're probably not going to be looking at box. But is it a nice little kind of incentive that you get the box? Does it kind of persuade you a little bit more, like, well, shoot, this thing has the box, so it's as they say, mint in box. What do you guys, does that justify the price if it increases it by $300, or would you try and like negotiate maybe and say, hey, I don't want the box, sell that thing separate, give me the toy, and could you knock down the price?
I don't think the box actually, to me, let's say if a figure is, let's say $1,500, and let's say if you are like, well, I don't care about the box, and you wouldn't be like, well, $1,000 for a figure, and let's say $1,200 for figure, and then $300 for box, because I don't think you could get that much for the box on its own. If a figure is worth $1,500, when it's mint in box or mint and seal box, I still think that the figure, like you know, not being in a box, on a price like that would only take it down like few $100s, not a huge hit, but then trying to sell the box by itself to make up to still get that $1,500 range. I don't think you could sell it for that much.
True.
Yeah.
Especially unless you're like me that just has a wall of boxes. I mean, unless you're going to keep them in box or you have the room. If I had the room, I would totally want to display the figures with the box or something, because I do like the old school Japanese boxes or the old school G1 stuff.
Yeah, don't let him fool you, people. He don't even own half those figures. He just buys boxes off eBay.
I totally do. I do it with the G1. I do it with all the Brave stuff, BotCon stuff, anything that has a box.
All those comic boxes right there. He just buys the boxes.
Those are empty. Those are totally empty back there. All these these games that I have and all these behind me and these DVDs, I got them. They're totally just empty boxes. I live in a just No, just
Thank you guys for having me.
the truth is out. Oh my god, I'm a fake.
All the toys
Oh.
are reviews. He just works part-time at a vintage toy store.
Yep. That I know a guy that actually has all this stuff, and he's like, sure, if you want to review it, cool. I'm like, all right, sweet, man. But I'm like, all right.
That would be the biggest troll of all time,
Oh yeah.
as far as
That would be.
Transformers goes. And toys.
That or a Green Ramulus.
Green
Oh,
Ramulus.
oh,
Dude,
I almost messed
that
it up.
would blow Green Ramulus away.
James, it almost took this past a PG-13 rating.
We're gonna have a little bit of a repeat of what you were saying
Dude,
at BotCon.
it
Now,
was
now,
about to
Dalton,
get real up in here.
not one to take shots because regarding BotCon, because they could be fired back with like more ammunition. How you enjoying that rap session? What did you say? What did you say on the Cybercast? You're like, yeah, don't donate $20 to anyone when you get there.
Like, you didn't donate. But
Okay.
You didn't donate.
got hustled.
You bought an awesome rap CD.
Dude, that guy's like signed by his dad or his mom or something like that, or his grandma loaned him the money. With her recording studio set up comfortably in her attic. Dude, he's going places.
Dude, I remember whenever I went to just real quick on that. I went to Miami with a friend. This dude came up to us. He goes, "Hey man, you guys ever heard of Wu-Tang Clan?" We're like, "Yeah, we heard of them." He was like, "Well, check it out. My cousin, like, best friend's friend, he knows someone that's in there. So why don't you check out this CD right here?" I'm like, wait a second. What's this CD got to do with Wu-Tang Clan? Like, that was a great like opening pitch. It's like, y'all heard of Wu-Tang? We're like, hey man, what you got?
I mean, Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to mess with.
Yeah, so it was just like, no,
PG-13,
no thanks, dude.
Trying to keep it PG-13. Dude,
On a side note, I don't know if you guys read, but it's interesting. I wish I could have gone on the first sale, but the Hartmans selling off their collection.
Oh, yes, dude. I forgot about that for a minute.
And I'm like, they sold their first, pretty much all I think the good stuff. Most of this is going to be like late 90s to current. But
they're selling some the rest of it at BotCon this year.
yeah, they're selling it at BotCon. They announced that, and find some good deals. It's priced to move. But,
Joke's on you. I'm going to find my Green Ramulus this year. Although I think they sold that one off like a while back, though.
It's just kind of interesting. It's like they're getting out of the Transformers, or I mean, I don't know. But it's just kind of interesting to see that they're getting rid of all that.
Maybe they're like me, and they like whenever I said like, "You ever selling your stuff?" Like when I have a month left to live, then it's their blowout clearance sale, and then I'm traveling the world. So.
This isn't the first time they've sold their stuff, though. There was one BotCon not too long ago that they had like a little booth set up or whatever, and they were selling off their collection, or at least bits of it or something like that. And it may not have been the Hartmans as a unit, but it may have been one of the Hartmans. It may have been John, because I think Carl's still doing stuff with BotCon and everything.
Yeah, they said that they sold their first half of their collection in 2006.
Yeah, that was it.
Wow.
Even sold one sealed Optimus Prime to Peter Cullen. Now, what would you charge? You got Peter Cullen coming up to you and saying, "Hey, I want to buy that." Would you be like,
"Hey, you guys created this convention that's official, and blah blah blah. Like, I want to buy that. A picture and $5."
"Yeah, I know." Would you do that? Would you get like a lot of like selfies with them, or would you get a lot of autographs, or a
Were selfies
commitment
even
maybe
the
to come
thing?
back?
Like if Frank Walker, he's
yeah.
like, I want to buy the
Come back
mint
too.
still box Megatron, and it's like, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you $100 off for the VIP pass at BotCon 2015, and you give me the picture.
Dude.
They'll probably just say, "Give me the Megatron. I'm Frank Welker," and then just turn around and walk away and just have a good day, using his Megatron voice or sound wave or however you. want them to just tell you to kind of piss off. Alrighty. As far as other topics, I really don't have a whole lot. Off Transformers, the new Turtle episodes are now airing, so that's pretty cool. Last week was a pretty good episode. We got Muckman.
I did get to see that, so my site caught up.
Awesome. Looking forward to that figure, or just like, yeah.
I'm cool to get it. I'm cool to get the Pariah and the little beavers, man. I've been looking for those things.
What the hell is that? Someone just peeling out. Oh, is Dakota on? Oh.
No. It's this freaking crotch rocket from like 3 miles away.
Wow. Ow.
Yeah. Dude does it all the time. Josh, dude, you know what I'm doing? Like, stop! You're killing me. You're killing me tonight.
The funny thing is that most people don't know that watch like what I'm doing there. They probably just think that I'm an idiot. You know, just why is he making popping noises
Why is he
and
popping?
Dakota laughs.
He's got a tick.
I already know what's up, man.
Real quick to kind of take us off gears. Did anyone else see the eBay auction listing that I posted like yesterday with that Deadpool? I know James, you saw it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be at Dallas Vintage Toys next Saturday whenever I go. You should go with me, man. Trent, you're going, right?
I'm not gonna be able to make it.
You know what?
Next Saturday?
I'll tell you why. After after the live broadcast.
All right, Dalton, it's up to you then.
Dakota, you going?
Oh, dude, I mean, are you like lying to me, telling me that Deadpool's gonna be there?
No, it's in the video. Go watch the Cybercast. We looked at a picture.
No, I was
that had
like,
it right
dude,
there.
there's the one that Dakota wanted. It's in the store right there. Like, they're gonna have a Back to the Future DeLorean. They're gonna have a cosplay contest. They're gonna have a NES gameplay contest where you you pair up and it's like a tournament. The NES. And there's going to be food there, so hot dogs, chips, drinks, stuff like that. So food, oh, gotcha. Got him. And
got him.
so we're going to have that and probably some sales and stuff like that. So it's their big grand opening of their new store.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean,
dude, I might. Let me
if you want to make the trip to my place, and then I'll drive to Dallas. So
let me see what my work schedule is for then, and I'll get back to you on it.
All right.
Because it all hinges on whether or not I work that Sunday or not.
Well, it starts at 11, it ends at 5, but I was thinking they'd probably do 11 to maybe 3 or 4, and really kind of push the Cybercast there. Yeah.
Still good, man. As long as you bring me back a T-shirt.
Dude, they probably
Medium husky. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll have it in my weight in sushi.
Oh, God.
That's how I took the payment for my 06 BotCon set.
Nice.
No, that's not it. I took it in money. Cold hard money.
That's one thing. I mean, we mentioned that on the Cybercast for anyone that's going to a BotCon that's never been to. Definitely do it. It's not even just a BotCon, just any type of con, whether it's an anime, Comic-Con, any type of thing. They're fun. And they're enjoyable. I mean, I had a blast. That was my first one. I mean, yeah, I got to hang out with guys that I already knew, but it was kind of cool to actually meet them in person and just be able to shoot the breeze and not have to do it over the internet and all that kind of stuff. It was like summer camp, I guess, is how you can describe it.
Yeah, with the lotion and everything.
Yeah, I mean, having the shuttle service and even having some interesting shuttle service drivers telling us things that I don't think we really needed to know about Pasadena and where we can get certain things. But
Okay.
it was good. It was an enjoyable, time, and Definitely going probably next year, and Dalton, you better be going because I want more laughs. I mean, I need a chapter 2. So
Oh my god. Well, this time it might be with Chris.
that's true. I don't mind that either.
Chris will be the new Dalton in 2016. Is that what you're saying?
I'm
Probably.
definitely going to be buying one of those little portable video cameras. I can either like a helmet cam or something, so I'm
Oh,
documenting
GoPro.
everything. So
Get your GoPro.
And
guys-
see, that's the thing is it'd be so great if you like all the little stories we have is if you could just share it and be like, dude, just watch this. You're not gonna believe it.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
something I want to do next year is record just the convention itself. Or, my experience at the convention.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Actually, I want the only person that needs a camera was Dalton. And just like record everything that Dalton's doing because it was funny.
you just need one of those chest little harness that has the camera on him, and then another one that so we can see what he's looking at, so we can have just every perspective. And that would have been great. But regardless of Dalton, making it enjoyable, it was fun. It was fun to meet other subscribers, other YouTubers, and that's something too. You don't think about. If
A lot of
you're
fans
on here
came out,
watching
too.
us, you're watching us right now because you're a subscriber or you're a fan and you enjoy our content. But if you go to one of these things, you're gonna end up bumping into people, and it's really cool. Everyone's down to earth. No one's a prick, I guess you could say. It's fun. The hotel accommodations can be more of the pricks in a way, but
Jeez, yeah.
But other than that, it was fun. And for us, I mean, we also got, and I mean, my wife's not listening to this, and hopefully she doesn't watch it, but we got to have, what was it, Virgin Hairs or whatever, the flight attendants and all that. I'm not trying to be sexist or whatever, but it's nice to go to a small little pool and be able to have a nice scene.
Have a nice view. You know what I mean? It's just a great view.
Yeah, James
So-
like, yeah, somebody's single. Please, finish the sentence there.
Help me out. I'm throwing bones out there. Someone's got to take one of them.
Just check it over your shoulder, make sure your wife's not there.
Yes. I would have had something thrown at me right now. You
She's
would've-
standing right there with like a cast iron skillet, just waiting. She's like, "Okay, which
A
one's
wall
the
of boxes.
the
would have
Victor
been
and
coming
Saber?
over.
Which one's that? I know that's your favorite."
She just probably hit the G1 section and just start. So we're teaching our son to play t-ball, and I'm gonna practice in your room. So here we go. Like great.
She aims for the.
It's all good there. But it was enjoyable. But okay, that was off topic. Just wanted to throw that.
No, that was completely on topic.
Nah,
Dude, and then you also had the quilt ladies too.
Oh yeah, I mean you got the senior citizens. So for me, when I have those moments, I fit right in. I just start. If you like soup, you like macrame, you like knitting,
Talk
you need
about
a sweater.
bingo and stuff.
It was fun.
I still think that like one of the funniest parts was because you had the two entrances or the two the areas. They were like there was the corner and then BotCon's on the right corner and then the quilting things on the left corner. That some of those like these dudes with their backpacks and their like Optimus Prime T-shirts and stuff all walking into the quilting convention like, dude, this is the worst BotCon ever. What's up with all these quilts and all these like senior citizens? And they found out they ended up having to put up a sign the next day saying like, BotCon, you people are over here. Please stay away from the quilt people.
I knew some of the G1 stuff came from the 70s, but I didn't think it was from the 40s or the 50s. But yes.
Dude, it's like you have to wonder how much those the quilt convention was like shelling out money wise to the hotel. Because man, you could have swore like there was a Kennedy in the building. You know what I mean? Like when hotel security came after you, it was dude, that was it, man. You were getting like thrown to the curb,
And we were in a couple of those kind of situations where we got to listen to the nice little security people. I had
Dude,
him up
it was
there.
like always. It was always at Captured Prey's room and Orson's room, and
Yep.
you know
We had
came up.
security called at like 4 different places, and at one point it was us like 2 times in a row, and it was just like, we've already heard your speech. You can just tell the other people.
The funny thing is, they go in there and they tell Orson, like, I thought we told you that you could only have so many people, and Orson's like, you didn't tell me that. But yet their security guys come in there, so they're adding more people, bodies, to the already maximized room, which you would think you would have your 2 guys just kind of stay out there or tell people kind of get out of here. But to me, the hotel management, whatever, should have understood that, hey, we're going to be booking for 2 events, same time. Maybe know your stuff a little bit, and know that the G1 clientele fan base is, from toddlers all the way up to middle age, but not going to have a lot of past that senior citizens. And the quilting is pretty much senior citizens. Let's not intermix them and have like a parts party in between 2, seniors' rooms and stuff like that. It's just
because they really were going to bed at like 7 p.m. I mean, it was a little ridiculous, and the whole thing was, we don't need this many people in the security, we don't need this many people in the room because you guys are being loud, so stand out in the hall. I'm like, doesn't that make it worse that you're out in the hall, though? Because now we're talking, out here in the hall, and we're right outside this person's door, to where if we were in someone else's room across, then, there's just a little bit more distance, so it didn't make much sense. Maybe it was a fire thing. They never said that, so.
And I mean, it could have been, but I don't know. It was.
That's not the reason they gave. They said it's because you're being too loud in the rooms. I need you to go stand out in the hall. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
I'm hoping this year that the block they have set up, they put all of us in
Nerds?
the same area. Yes, I mean, absolutely. That was kind of an issue at TFCon Chicago too. I roomed with my buddy Jim and Mike and a couple other people, and the room they put us in was like way off over yonder, and like there were 4 little like pillars, like castle towers or whatever, and then there was like the main deal, which was in the center, and everyone was just kind of scattered throughout. Like finding parts parties was ridiculous because the room numbers were so weird. They didn't. It's some weird way of how they numbered it, and like the hotel blocks weren't all in the same like area. I don't get why
they're
they
different floors and stuff. Yeah.
Different floors, different sections of the hotel. It was crazy.
Interesting.
So, hopefully it's a little easier this go around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't make it easy for drunk folks. So.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't believe Hasbro was staying on our floor. But they're like down the same hall that we were on. You guys didn't know that?
I think I remember you mentioned
I might
that. 'Cause
have.
we saw them kind of walk by us constantly.
Yeah, I got in the elevator with one, and he was just like, "So, how about this? How about that?" I was like, "Meh." Like, I left it at that, and I saw the badge. I was like, "Oh."
Oh, hey.
One time where biting my tongue and not speaking my mind may have benefited me.
That's just not you, though.
No, but and it was kind of cool. I mean, Samantha Newark shared an elevator with her several times.
Yeah. Whoa,
Hey, what's
dude,
up?
Sal!
It's like
Not what he means, wifey.
no, but it was kind of cool to see a lot of the just the talent that they had there, and the just everyone. I mean, Pete was running around, but he was approachable at times. I mean, at times he was busy, and all this other kind of stuff. Still, the one guy with the platform shoes was kind of freaky.
That dude's awesome.
I remember
Like, he's so
hearing
cool.
you guys talking about that guy.
He was the one that was directing traffic at the autograph lines and stuff,
Yep.
and kind of abrupt at times. Like let's go, let's move it. I mean, even though I think Pete said we need to kind of keep this going, we can't have these guys like taking pictures, autographs,
But
all
you
that
don't
type of stuff.
treat fans that are paying all this money like it's like boot camp.
But
Well,
the
I
thing
mean,
that made it worse though was he looked at the gal who needed a seeing eye dog, and was like, "Why does that gal have a dog in here?" And I'm like, "Dude, she has a seeing eye dog." It's
It wasn't a seeing eye dog. It was
just a
was
service dog.
service dog,
service
whatever
dog.
it may have been, but it's like still don't it's kind of
Right.
an ass move to just kind of
Right, but I mean, dude, he shotgunned her straight to the line once he kind of figured out what everything was, which was cool. You know what I mean? And the line, like the deal with them, like rushing people through the line, is when the line first kind of started and formed and whatever. People would take forever and want to do like 7 impersonations that they can do of these, talents, characters, and
I understand that.
like literally getting like super like kind of taking time away from other people. It's like autograph, say hey, what's up, thank you, blah blah blah, and get your picture taken. And there was always someone on staff that was willing to take a picture if you didn't have anyone that could do it for you or whatever.
But wasn't the best time to like do that is like when the next person's in line, be like, look, you take a picture, get your autograph, and do something really quick, and then you need to go for the next person so we can keep this line moving.
Don't ask them what they had for breakfast and what they plan on eating for dinner, and
plus
and have that conversation with that one person right before their next, so it's fresh. They go, and then they do their thing. Next up, you tell the next person. Now that's going to consist of that person talking quite a bit there at the beginning, but you know what? It's better than kind of like acting like you're just bossing people around, and stuff like that.
But they did have the panel. I mean, I will admit they had a certain block of time that they needed to get done, and then they had to rush over to go to the panel, and
which was like a whole building away.
Yeah. So I get that, and for what it's worth, they did a great job. Still, I'm curious for this year's BotCon just because there's not as many guests. I don't know all the artists and writers and stuff that they're going to have, but that line for Susan Blue is going to be huge.
I'm sure it's going to be Susan and John, just like the whole, like those are the only 2 guests. Like I think they're just going to do autographs like what 3-4 days in a row.
Yeah, which I guess if you get it out of the way the first time, I mean, you don't have to bother with it again. But it just seems like how the panels are going to be. I mean,
for anyone who may be wondering though, last year after the Golden Ticket reception, there was the various parties for like the different websites and whatever. Like Cybertron.com had theirs across the street at that bar.
Yeah.
Well, I think TFW and another one, maybe Maven Allsbar, they just kind of met in the hotel bar. And from what I heard, from my buddies that were there, Susan Blue went to the hotel bar and just like hung out with everyone. And she was, I don't know if she mentioned it on Twitter or Facebook or something like that. She was wanting to do that again this year. Just to kind of interact with everyone like that again. She had a blast doing it last year, so that'll be kind of another thing you could do, look forward to potentially, which is awesome.
Yeah, she's a really cool, down-to-earth person. I mean,
and I know what she drinks.
She's not fake. She's not, doing it because, like, the fans are the ones that are, providing this, fandom or this stardom to me. No, she's just genuine. She's just. I was part of this, and I'm giving back, and the fans love it, and she wants to, she'll listen to stories and, everything. But she's professional. She's not going to be like...
Dude, all the guests last year were just super approachable.
Yeah.
Like, at all times. They wouldn't turn away and, oh, no, I'm busy, screw you or whatever. It was like...
Jack Angel, though, was a little bit of a smartass at times.
Dude, he was such a winner in my book.
He's awesome.
McConaughey and God, who's the other G1 guy?
Rail or Ryle or what was it?
Yeah, Hal
Rail.
Yeah, dude, those two were a freaking trip.
Who was the pervert though? Wasn't that McConaughey?
Yeah, he was so dude. Hanging out with him at Golden Ticket reception was money. Like I wish I could have recorded that.
And then on top of that, you had David Kaye.
Yeah.
And
dude,
even,
him and Susan interacting was awesome too.
So yeah, man, it would have been cool if David Kaye would be there this year, just to have some more, like both Megatrons.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That would be epic.
I would like.
Conversation.
I would like Steve Bloom to come. Like, just give Steve his like own deal. You know what I mean? Like, he was the Peter Cullen last year. Like, that's who he was. You know, everyone like standing in that rescue box line was like Steve Bloom though. Like, yeah, absolutely.
Have Gary Chalk and Peter Cullen ever showed up at the same convention?
2012 for sure, and I want to say 2006.
Wow, man, that would have been an epic autograph. Autograph to get.
The deal at 12 was Cullen. There was just a raffle. You know, 100 people raffle randomly got Cullen's autograph. But I don't know if Cullen showed up at the golden ticket reception that year. You know, Chalk did, obviously. Dude, I'd love to have another David and Gary year. Hopefully they do that next year for the Beast Wars 20th, because their panel at 2012 was hilarious. Like, absolutely hilarious.
And imagine if the other guy, the one that voiced Optimus in Robots in Disguise, yeah. Can you imagine him, Gary Chalk, Neil Kaplan, and Peter Cullen all at the same convention?
The convoy panel. Dude.
Yeah.
Oh man, that thing would be packed. You'd have to just make a line for that thing.
I would pay $400 for that golden ticket upgrade. Like, no lie.
Yeah, that would be spectacular.
Dude, if we get Ian Corlett. Ian Corlett's done a lot of voices too. You're Cheetor, but you're also like the best Goku ever.
Yeah, he was Ocean Group, wasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Should we talk about Beast Wars, Josh?
Before we get into that, speaking about conventions, different stuff like that, BVZXA3 says, "Is anyone going to TFCon in Charlotte this year?" He will be there.
I would love to go.
If I can make it, dude, TFCon Chicago last year was super cheap for me. Between plane and hotel, I mean, I bought a bunch of stuff there and just kind of like maxed out my credit card. One of my credit cards.
Or were you going to drive to? Which one were you going to drive to? Was it?
I was going to drive to this one this year, but
okay.
Some things happened with my buddy, so plane flight is booked. But I don't know. I won't drive to North Carolina though. I'll just fly into that one if I go, because my buddy Jim was like, "Hey, dude, I've already got the hotel." Well, let me see where I'm at. Like, so. Yeah, that TFCon was a fun experience too.
I will admit, it would be nice to go and experience an East Coast BotCon, TFCon, or something. Mm-hmm. Just the amount of, experiences that I've heard, it seemed like it's a totally different vibe than what we got like at West Coast. With the whole California shows and stuff.
Right.
I'm 3 Dallas conventions this summer, so I won't be going. But
are you doing A-Con, Josh?
What's up?
Are you going to do A-Con?
I'm going to do A-Con. I'm going to do the Dallas Toy Expo, which is basically their Dallas Comic-Con. I'm going to do that, and then there's is it San Antonio Comic-Con, right?
Yeah, Texas. Well, there's 2. There's
Texas Comic-Con that's in San Antonio?
Yeah. Then there's also Alamo City Comic-Con.
Which one's the best one?
They're both good, but I can't say which one because I know the guy that's over Alamo City Comic-Con.
Well, okay, you just told me so.
Yeah. But I don't know if Peter Cullen and Frank Welker's going to be at the Alamo City Comic-Con.
I'm not going to be paying no big money to get autographs anyway. But as long as your door is open, then I'd like to go to that one too.
Oh God, Josh is coming! Lock the doors.
I'm gonna be like Charles,
like
he's been to me like the past month, where he's just told me that he's coming over to my house between these dates, and I'm like, dude, I'm like working every day during those dates. I was like,
dude, Charles needs to get some working internet and get back on.
Just let me know in plenty of time.
Okay. Well, Charles, I mean, he's contacted him through his Juno email about his AOL 3.0, dialing up.
Wait, that's still around?
You got mail.
Hang on, I'm actually gonna go to
That's still around?
It has to be because I'm not trying to make fun of you, Charles, but it's been a while since you've been on here, and
Yeah.
you need to upgrade.
Charles,
You
so you're
can't be
paying
paying
$19 a
$10.
month for Juno?
Yeah, you can't be paying some cheap internet.
Juno used to be free, dude. Juno, okay. That was the first email that I ever had. This is when email came out, and let's see. I'm 33 now. God, Juno's still around, but no, they used to
dial-up internet.
Dude, they used to send out like these little discs that you could download the Juno thing for free. AOL did that too, and then you could create a Juno email, and it was like one of the first email services. Like you didn't have Gmail or Hotmail back then. It was like Juno and AOL. And we had AOL 3, like I think it was 2, those, AOL, they want 2.0 and 3.0, and you were just like, dude, 3.0, Jesus, this is like so awesome.
Dude, I started AOL with 4.0. Well, AOL isn't charging you anymore, so that's nice.
Back when it was like 56K was the best dial-up.
Yeah.
I'm so fast right now. I can snipe people on eBay.
like sniping on eBay back then was like placing your bid like 2 minutes before the auction ends.
You had to have like 5 windows. That's what I had to do. I had to have 5 windows, and just like each one of them had like a $10, $15, or $20 more increment. And I'm just like snipe myself just to see if I can keep it. Back then, it was a pain.
That was back before they put like put your max bid in, and we'll just do it this way or whatever.
Yeah, I hated that. I mean. But that was back in 98, 99, and it was like crap. But I was siphoning off the university's internet, so even at my house, I was still rocking the dial-up for free from them and all that. Which is, let's see. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Stories?
Not that we're going to share live.
I'd
like to do a little bit more of the the Aftercast.
Aftercast.
Where we can use adult words.
It's been around for 28 seasons ago, so.
If I could do it, I would spin my chair, but I would probably take out my headset. Probably fall on a couple of boxes.
I'm gonna go get a spinny chair like tomorrow.
The funny thing is like Trent doesn't know what we're talking about, but we're gonna show him.
Well, we'll fill you in here, but I guess if that's it, we'll end it there. Yeah, I mean, covered some stuff. Next week we'll probably talk about on the Aftercast Avengers 2, Age of Ultron. I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna see it Monday, but yeah, we'll talk about that. Maybe go in depth with comic book rendition of the characters compared to what they're doing now and all stuff. So and whatever else. But all right, so if you guys want to outro yourselves, starting with Dakota.
You can find me everywhere. Promise that.
Cool. Thank you for being on, Dakota.
Thank you for having me.
I mean, it's cool to have the old gang back, except Chris ain't here. But I don't want to forget Jay and Charles. But Dalton.
I'm Dalton. You can find me on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Dalton and STFs.
Cool. Josh.
You can find me G1Hextron on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and my Facebook page is the G1Hextron.
Cool. Trent.
You can find me on Facebook, at Twitter, and Trent5.com.
Cool. And you can find me, Twitter, and YouTube, Victory Saber 77. So thanks for watching, guys, and we will catch you next week.
Peace.
See ya.
See ya.
Whoa.
Bye.
I've always decided, should I cut the broadcast now? I just kind of trick all
I
you.
was just like,
It still says live.
anything.